What's up? YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. How y'all doing? Welcome to another episode of Outdoor Madness, everyone. I am Kerry Clark. How many of you guys have Jeeps, side-by-sides, quads, dirt bikes? If you do, you are going to love this episode of Outdoor Madness because we are taking you on a road trip to another ATV, UTV friendly destination. That's right. We're going to road trip to Silverton, Colorado. Any of you guys that saw the episode of Pirate Cove Resort, Calico Ghost Town, that was an ATV, UTV friendly destination too. Well, this place, let me tell you, it's better. The trails are unbelievable, but not only that, we're gonna show you some other things that you can do while you're there. So you ready? Road tripping to Silverton, Colorado. Here we go. Silverton 24, almost there. Silverton, welcome. Thank you for visiting. All right, it is time for the historic lowdown of Silverton. In 1874, Silverton's town site was laid out, and it soon became the center of numerous mining camps. In addition to the miners, Silverton caught the eye of a railroad company in Denver. In July of 1882, the first train operated by the Denver and Rio Grande Railroad rolled into Silverton from Durango. By 1883, Silverton boasted of having a population of 2,000 people with 400 buildings, 2 banks, 5 laundries. Now listen to this. 29 saloons. Can you believe that? 29 saloons, several hotels, and a bawdy red light district known as the notorious Blair Street. As early as 1874, men were bringing their wives and families to live in Silverton. This influx of families provided an incentive for citizens to keep at least part of Silverton respectable. From the very beginning, an imaginary line ran down Green Street, dividing the town between the law-abiding, church-going residents and the gamblers, prostitutes, variety theaters, dance halls, and saloons. Due to a slow market and low demand, mining in Silverton closed down in the early 1990s. However, there's still gold and silver in them there hills. And rumor has it that mining will be back one day.
And we new spawn, we are on that place.
Your destination is on the left.
All right, we made it. We are here. Okay, I want to give you guys a few tips right now that will help when planning your stay here in Silverton. Can you see this barrel right here? You're going to notice that all around the town of Silverton, they have these barrels. What they do is they mark the ATV route. They have arrows on them, and they let you know where to go to get out to the trails, and they also let you know that where you're riding is legal. So let's say, for instance, you get an Airbnb that's 15 minutes away from Silverton. You cannot legally ride your side-by-side or your quad from there into the town of Silverton. Okay? You'll have to trailer it in and unload at the staging area. So when you're making your reservations and you want to ride from your hotel to the trails, make sure that you ask them if your hotel or Airbnb is within the ATV route. Okay? Now here's another tip. If you're planning on coming out here, let's say with your Turbo Razor, your Turbo Maverick, and just blasting all over the place, it's not going to happen. The trail system out here is not designed for that. In fact, there are signs that are posted along some of the trails, 20 miles an hour. Now, what you have to remember too, the town of Silverton is at an elevation of 9,000 feet, and every trail that you take from Silverton is going to take you higher. In fact, we climbed all the way up to almost 13,000 feet, and I would say 75% to 80% of the time, we were in four-wheel drive low, and so was everyone else. In fact, there was a few sections, not very many, but a few sections where we were in four-wheel drive low and had to lock the differential. And that's good because the trail system out here is designed for scenery. It's a scenic trail system, and let me tell you, it is so beautiful and you will enjoy it.
All right, so this is just an, looks like somebody had a little place they were staying here. This is just along one of the trails up here in Silverton. So this trail we're on right now, I mean, we're just climbing and climbing. And you get as high as 13,000 feet, but this trail is really rocky. You guys can see right here. It's pretty rocky, but it's still fun. Still a lot of fun. Yeah, but it's weird when you see stuff like this, you know. I always like to explore and just kind of look inside. But this was somebody's little homemade trailer at one time. We're still climbing, so we're going to be heading all the way up here. We're just going to keep going. I can see the right up there is a trail, so it's probably going to go around and circle and just keep going up to the top, and we'll see. We're going to take some of these side roads too to see where these side roads go.
What a beautiful morning it is. It's gorgeous out here. Top of the morning to y'all. All right, you guys. Well, today we are going to do one of the most popular trails in Silverton. That is the Alpine Loop Trail. Now, some say it's 80 miles long. If you do the whole loop, 60 miles long. All I know is it's an awesome trail. But today, we're not going to do the whole trail because what I like to do is explore. So we're going to be taking a lot of side roads, just seeing what we can find. But the goal today is to get to Animas Forks. And Animas Forks is on the Alpine Loop Trail. So what Animas Forks is it's this old ghost town / mining town, okay? But what's neat about it is it sits at 11,000 feet in the San Juan Mountains. So we're gonna climb to the summit, which is about 13,000 feet, and then we're gonna drop down into the town of Animas Forks. So you guys ready? I know I am. Let's see what we can find.
Right here. I hiked up the side of the hill, so if you look down here, my wife is freaking out right now. I told her I was coming up here, but I hear her calling me, so she's freaking out. But everything's good. She just worries. See if I can get a little closer. See, they're right here, munching out. You can see them right here. There they are right there. So cool. I mean, there's just a huge herd of them. They're coming down. They're just eating, just chowing down. So this dog right here, you guys, came out of nowhere. I think he's looking for the sheep too. Belongs to somebody. I don't know if somebody came up here in a Jeep and brought him, or who knows, maybe he's following the sheep, herding the sheep, who knows. Pretty cool though. There's another shot of the sheep up there going by. But yeah, I think the dog is, I think he's keeping a watch on him. That's what I'm thinking anyway. All right.
So that room in the back, the bench, that was an indoor
Bathroom?
toilet. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then that one that has like over here, what has like the patches, that was a cellar.
Oh.
But they used to put, they bought it for $1 thing.
Oh, good grief. All right, here we go into the depths. Go upstairs. Oh, this place is huge. Wow. Pretty cool.
So cute.
Well, there you have it, guys. Another ATV, UTV friendly destination, Silverton, Colorado. We hope that this show inspired you, motivated you, and got you excited so you can get outside and have a great time. Now remember, episode 2 will be coming up soon. Road tripping to Silverton, Colorado, part 2, where we show you guys some different things that you can do while you're here in Colorado. Take care, stay safe. See you next time, right here on Outdoor Madness.
That is crazy. They're all the way up at the top right there too.
Yeah, I'm eating the Cheetos.
Yeah, go ahead.